So when you're thinking about this follow-up, if I were to give you objection today, what do most people do when you get objection? What do they do? Especially in the South. For all my South people who live in Tennessee, we want to be liked. We want to be liked so much that when people give us objection, we go, okay, hey, the timing's not right. Hey, it's okay. Call me back when the timing is right. Instead of challenging them and saying this, I understand why you think the timing isn't right. Is there any other reason outside of you not thinking the timing is right that keep you from moving forward today? If I could show you a way to do this today and why you need to do it, and then I come back with a challenge, and here's what the challenge is. The challenge is this. Can you and I agree that the timing is never right to take action? We create our timing. How many of y'all believe that we create our timing? So see, if you hadn't had the conviction, you're never going to do that. You're never going to say that. When somebody gives you objection, you know what you're going to do in the follow-up? You're going to quit. You're going to let them control the deal. You're going to let them control the experience. So somewhere along the way, I started to say this. If I could change the way I follow up. See, I watch people follow up and they follow up soft, and I really believe it's because they haven't had that revelation and they don't have conviction. The other day, a person was cold calling me, and halfway through the call, I stopped him because sometimes I like to play around with people who cold call me. And here's what I said to him. You don't even believe in what you're selling, do you? You know what he said? You're right, I don't. It ain't. See, here's the deal. I gotta believe that you believe it. I gotta believe that you believe it. And if I don't believe you believe it, you're not getting me off the fence. I'm not moving. I'm not taking action because you don't believe it, okay? So let's talk about this 7 to 15 touches. How many people think they got a great 7 to 15 touch system? How many people believe in going 7 touches? Right? Yeah, you believe in going 7 touches. So if I ask you this, do you believe 80% of the time it takes 7 touches to get a person off the fence? Yes or no? So if we know that, now I'm going to go back to my high school basketball coaching days. Here's what I knew. If I gave up less than 7 turnovers, if I gave up less than 14 second shots, if I stopped the other team 21 times in consecutive intervals of 3, that kills momentum, by the way, I won 90% of the time. So what do you think we practice every day? What do you think we should be practicing as a business? Training is not something you did one day. It's something you should be doing what? Every day. We train every day in my office at 8:30. Every day we train from 8:30. At 9 a.m. every day we make outbound calls for 2 hours. We then stop and break and dissect what worked and what didn't work. Okay, we then break for lunch. We come back and we try to make X number of calls per day because I know the percentages tell me 16% of people are going to take action. Early adopters and innovators. Okay, and so we need the volume. Why do you need the volume? Because you need the volume because you need to get better. You need to learn to sell with conviction. You need to learn to sell through these objections. And you only do that if you work that muscle every day. You follow what I'm saying? So remember this, training is not something you did, like come to 8% Nation. Training is something you do every day. And if you don't have somebody to do it with you, you can find somebody to do it with you. You train every single day. Now let's think about these 7 touches. First touch, if you want to write these down, it's important. First touch, I can't sell you anything until I get your attention. So I'm a big believer in creating something in the future to push people to. And let me tell you why. When we create something in the future to push people to, it gives all of our people a reason to make outbound calls. So I create retreats, I create events, I create young professionals, I create couples events, I create kids events, I create faith-based events. I create a lot of things in the future, which gives us a reason to call out and say, hey, would you like to come to this? Would you like to do this? Oh, no, I can't come to that. It's okay. Would you like to come to this? It's okay. Would you like to do this? It's because if not, I'm just calling on people. I call on people with something to invite them to. So step 1 is I got to get your attention. Now, if you read my book, Person of Interest is about how you become so valuable, you're not chasing leads, people are chasing you. Your schedule is booked. People want a piece of you because you are a person that they cannot live without. You're a must-have versus a nice-to-have.